I'm here today with my friend Gavin. Gavin actually wasn't always a Christian. He grew up in a Sikh family, a Sikh background. So I'm here today to discuss with Gavin on how he found Jesus and what's life like right now for him. All right, Gavin, so how did you find Jesus?
Yeah, so the long story short of the testimony is that I was raised in a Sikh family, mostly cultural. Religion was not a big thing that was pushed onto me. It wasn't until I got older and I was very depressed and purposeless and hopeless, even though I had everything I could have wanted. I had a great job, I finished school. And that kind of depressed and hopeless feeling is what led me to look for what is true in this world. Where does peace and purpose come from? It was a very long journey. I was stuck in many addictions and very sinful natures and ways of living that I thought would bring me happiness, but it never did. And eventually I did end up finding Jesus, and after that my life was changed forever. It's been about 2 years now on this journey.
What was the transition like to becoming Christian? What did your parents think? Were there any doubts in your heart?
Yeah, thankfully my parents were not too opposed for, I guess, me going on my own path as I got older, although it is definitely a bit of a tricky journey and being in a full family where nobody is Christian, not my family, not my cousins, not any of my aunts or uncles or anybody. It is a little bit tricky of being on this journey alone, but thankfully God has been guiding me the whole way, and I've been able to work through it and able to grow in the faith regardless, and he's brought me closer to people who are Christians so that I can keep growing further.
And now that you follow Jesus Christ, what's life like for you now?
It is the best decision I've ever made, is giving my life to Jesus. He has given me life, purpose, and hope beyond anything I could ever imagine. It's been 2 years and I continue to grow deeper every day with my relationship with him and my faith. And I will never go back to any sort of other life I was living. And if you want true meaning and purpose in life, you only find it in Jesus.
And is there any message that you want to say to anyone that is not Christian but they're interested in the future in becoming one?
Yeah, I would just say, really question about how you were raised, why you believe what you believe, your worldview. Everybody has some sort of worldview, how they view things, why they do things, right? Why they wake up every day and do the things they do. If you feel like there's a higher purpose, some sort of greater calling that you've never thought to look into, but you had some sort of feeling in your head, I would say don't shut down that question. Pursue truth, seek answers to the questions you have, and eventually you will find it.
All right, well, Gavin, thank you very much. That was a great interview. All right, guys, take care. God bless. Amen.